Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of, do you judge yourself too harshly? Well, I think I certainly do, and I think a lot of people certainly do. It's kind of like a bodybuilder that's got a godly body and has worked his muscles so hard, yet he looks at himself in the mirror and he still sees his 15-year-old self that was scrawny and not good looking and with a nothing, And the problem is that when you judge yourself too harshly, what happens is that then again it goes back to that bodybuilder syndrome, is that you look at yourself, you're so small, so you do everything in your power to get even bigger, and then you get actually too big, if that makes sense. So you can't be judging yourself too much. I think the thing is that for some reason we're in a society where people love to judge. You can see it by looking at tabloids, looking at reality TV and stuff like that. People love to gossip. People love to look at other people. People love to look at even their friends and gossip about them and stuff like that. But what are you really accomplishing through that? Huh? I mean, does it even make any sense? It's just tough, because if we are judgmental towards people, then we're basically, it's easy to judge, if that makes sense. It's like sometimes you get criticism from people, when I make these videos or make movies or whatever it is, or at work or driving or just in general life, what you're eating, what you're doing. People always judge, but at the same time you're like, well, it's my life. I'm doing the things I want to do, and as long as I'm not hurting people or other people in my neighborhood, then why the hell would somebody want to judge? Or why, if you're not going to say something nice, then you might as well not say it, if that makes sense. And there's enough tough love in this world that I don't want to even hear it. It doesn't matter, I do the things I do for the way that I want to do them, and that's for me. And that's what I've started learning about judging myself and judging other people. It's like, first of all, it's tough to judge other people because, once again, it's their life. So people are allowed to live the way that they want to live, especially if it's a celebrity or somebody that you have no idea about. Why are you judging? You don't know their life. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know what's happening in their world. You don't know them. You just simply don't. So the fact of judging, what does that make you? We're so harsh already. And the fact is that if you really think about it, we're harsh because in school and all that stuff, people are judging your essays. People are judging you by testing you. People are judging you by doing all these different things. But at the same time, why are we doing that? And then on top of that, because people are always judging other people, then you start judging yourself. And you start looking at yourself and saying, well, what should I change? Am I not good looking enough? Do I not speak well enough? Am I good enough at work? And it's good. It's good to challenge yourself, definitely. I do believe that you should think, not judge yourself negatively, because if you do judge yourself negatively, then you tend to be negative, but try to constructively look at what is wrong with something. If something's not working, let's say at work, you're just not getting it, or you're not improving. If you're, let's say, even at the gym trying to get better muscles and all that, if it's not working for you, if you're seeing that your career path, for example, is not giving you the money that you want, or if you're going to the gym and you're trying to build the muscles and you're not getting the muscles that you want, then there's something that has to change. So complaining about it, talking about it to other people can serve its purpose for a little while if it helps you psychologically, kind of like a psychiatrist, to talk about something. But then what are you going to do to change that. It's kind of like saying, hey, I'm going to hit the gym 5 times a week. That's my solution. But then you only hit the gym 2 times a week. And then on those 2 times a week, you're not even working hard. So then there's no difference. There's no change. Then, yes, you're judging yourself harshly, which is great, I guess, if you want to improve yourself. But it's better to do than to talk. There's very little that can be done by just talking it out. You can talk things out, obviously, if you have an argument with someone, or if there's a problem, or you have to just talk it out with yourself in your brain, like what's the best solution. But once you've found a solution or a semi-solution or something that at least is something, then you do it. But the problem is that we're comfortable in the way that we are. We're comfortable living. We often, as human beings, you can see it in the way that the muscles are in the body, how some people have neck problems and their neck is forward, or they have posture problems, or you just have obesity or other things. You just don't change. It's very hard. Some people do manage, but a lot of times people don't. You can tell them, hey, you have type 2 diabetes and you're just need to change your diet and get some more exercise, and we can get that fixed. You won't have that problem anymore. But most people just say, well, I've been doing this for 50 years or 30 years or 40 years, whatever it is, and you just keep on doing it because that's what you do. It's worked for you for all that time, so why would you change it? But the thing is that the reason that you got to this point is the fact that it didn't work, and that's why you got unhealthy. So unless you do a change, then there's no point even talking about it, and don't even go to the doctor. Just let yourself get obese and get sick, and then que sera, sera, So if you are going to judge yourself and be judgmental about others, then if you're judgmental about others, first of all, there's no point, except if you're really like significant other, or it's a family member or something like that, it's really impacting your life, and you're really, really hoping that you can change something and you're going to do something about it. But then it goes again with the fact of you looking at yourself, you're judging yourself, and if you are not willing to do the change yourself, if somebody says to me they want X and Y, but then I tell them, well, just do this and you'll get to it, and then they just say, I know, for example, somebody, like a lot of times I tell people, I have a hard time getting a movie made and all that stuff, and I'm like, well, just write it. And then they just tell me, well, I can't write. How am I going to write a short film? I don't do that kind of stuff. I need to hire someone. Well, either you do hire someone, at least you're doing something, or then just shut up and just start writing. And whatever it is, could be good writing, bad writing, everybody has ideas, and then you get someone to correct it, then you'll be able to finally overcome these things. But unless you're able to do that and overcome the things that you're judging yourself about, then there's absolutely no point in even judging yourself, because obviously you're not wanting to make a change. You're just ready in your little old world. You're just ready to be the way you are for the rest of your life, and you're not going to change anything. So what am I going to do about it? You're just making it hard on actually other people, because they got to listen to you complaining about things. So don't complain. If you're going to judge yourself, do judge yourself, I guess, but in the spirit of improvement, and stop looking at gossip, newspapers, and reality TV, and looking at other people's lives, because other people's lives are other people's lives, and a lot of times what you see in the tabloids and on reality TV and even on TV in general with the wealthy and stuff, it's all fake, and you're not seeing all the hardships that come with all that. So anyways, that's all I have to say. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.